Hi guys, it's Irida. Welcome to my channel. As you can probably tell from the title, today is a makeup video. This is my everyday makeup, little sneak preview. So if you want to see how I create this and how I basically do my makeup within like 12 minutes pretty much, then keep on watching and I hope you enjoy. I've zoomed you in a little bit so we're up close and personal. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these hair clips, which I am just going to kind of tuck my hair away from my face with. Right, here's out the face. I'm just going to prep my skin. I'm just using the light moisturizer by Simple, and I've used this for ages. I love it. I'll just put a little bit on my fingers. So I also like to put a little bit of Vaseline on my lips because I find that lip product goes on better. So I've just popped some of that on, and that's kind of everything I do before primer. And the primer I'm using today is the Hangover by Too Faced. I love this primer. It really keeps my makeup on for a while and it smells amazing as well. It smells of like holidays and coconuts. So I just pop that all over my skin and just give it a little minute to kind of soak in. Starting with foundation, that's the first thing I kind of go in with. I'm using the L'Oreal True Match foundation. There we go. And this is in the shade Golden Beige 3D/3W. And I just do a little pump on the back of my hand from this foundation, and I apply it with a dampened beauty blender, which is what I've kind of found works the best for this specific foundation. And then I just spend hours dabbing away. I'm a fan of the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and that's the one I've kind of used for quite a while. But ever since coronavirus and like we weren't going out much, I decided to experiment with some a little bit more affordable foundations, and this is kind of the one that I've found. Oh, there's my cat. This is the one that I've kind of found works quite similarly to the NARS Sheer Glow, and it's much cheaper, so it's always great. And just whatever I have left, I'm just going to take it down my neck. So now that I've blended all that in, I'm going to go in with a concealer, and you guys are going to laugh at this, but this is what it looks like. It's the Maybelline Eraser Concealer, and as you can see, I've got a tiny little bit left. This is my love. I love this little concealer. It's great, and I just kind of pop it all under my eyes because I get quite dark circles around my eyes, just due to my like color pigmentation, I guess. And then on any kind of blemishes I have, which right now my skin's actually doing not too bad, which is great. I've been testing out a few new skincare bits, so if you guys are interested in that, let me know, because actually they've been working really well for my skin, and I'd love to share those with you. A little skincare routine. For contouring, I actually use a foundation stick, which is this one by L'Oreal, and this is in the shade Cappuccino 210, and it looks a little bit like this. And what I do is I just dab it around here, a bit on my forehead. It looks a bit silly when I first put it on, down the sides of my nose, and just kind of like under my lips where I want to be chiseled. And then I just use again the same beauty blender and blend that all in. So now that I've blended all that in, that's kind of my cream product. So I'm going to go in with my powders, and I kind of mix two because I can never get the right like colouring. So I go with the MAC Mineralizing Foundation powder in medium, and that looks a little bit like this. And I mix it in with a little bit of the MUA Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder. To do that, I use the Real Techniques Multitask Brush, and it looks like that. It's a big fluffy one, and I take a little bit of product from here and a little bit in here, and I just set my face. There we go. And I kind of focus the more translucent powder under my eyes, even though I don't like solely using the translucent powder because in photos it makes it really reflective, and in videos and things, so I try and just mix both of them up so it doesn't create that effect. So then I go in with my MAC Mineralizing Skin Finish bronzer in the shade Give Me Sun, which looks a little bit like this, and I use a sculpting brush for that, again Real Techniques, looks like this, and I just do a little couple of dabs because this is quite pigmented, and I just kind of go over where I contoured and where the sun will naturally hit me as well. So now I look a little bit more bronzed. I then go in with a little bit of blush. Blush is great, but I have kind of an olive skin tone, so if I put too much of this on, or like too many pinky products, it doesn't work with my skin tone, so I try and just do like a tiny little bit. I'm using this Lancome brush, which looks like this, and this is the Peach Party Soap and Glory bronzer. It looks like this inside. It's got like bronze particles inside as well, and highlight is just amazing. So I'm just gonna do that on the apples of my cheeks. So for highlight, I use two different ones. These are both pink, but I quite like the pink look, so I go for it. I use the MAC Soft and Gentle, which everybody loves and knows, and the Laura Mercier Peach Glow as well. And I like to mix them up because one of them is, so this one is more like glittery, and this one doesn't have a glitter, but it has more of like a glow. I don't know how to describe it best, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I just dab this brush, which is again Real Techniques angled highlighter brush, also it's perfect, and I dab it in here, and then just go into like the tops where like naturally hits, and then under my brow bone, down my nose, cupid's bow, and then like forehead. So that's me all glowed up. So next up would be my brows. I don't do much to my brows. They're pretty out there already, as you can probably tell, but I do like to just brush them out in case there's any excess makeup or any excess powder or anything, just to get, you know, natural hairs glowing. So once I've done my brows, I move on to my eyeballs. I have a few palettes that I absolutely love that are in my everyday collection. That is the Becca palette, this is the Ocean Jewels eye palette, and the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow palette. And yeah, love these two. They're always in my makeup collection. Anywhere I'd go, I always bring them. Today I will just be using the kind of like white shade, what's this called? Abalone. So I'll be using Abalone, which is this one, just to set my eyeballs. And I like doing that with a fluffy brush. So I like to use this brush. This is the Zoeva Luxe Crease 228 brush. And I pretty much like to do my makeup, if I can, with this brush on like my eyeshadow, just because, I mean, this is my everyday makeup and I often just have about 10-15 minutes to do this. What I do is I just grab a little bit of the white eyeshadow and I kind of set all the foundation and concealer I previously put on my eyelids, just so that when I put more eyeshadow on, it blends nicely. So now that I've set that, I'm going to go in with a new favourite. Is the Elizabeth Arden Soft Blonde eyeshadow. I use this as an eyeshadow, but it's actually not an eyeshadow, and it looks a little bit like this inside. And again, I just use this fluffy brush, and I basically, I'm just gonna do this in this. It's quite small, isn't it? I basically just go all over my eyelid with that. I usually go for a matte look anyway, so this is perfect. It's a nice matte brown. I used to go for a more orangey, but I like the coolness of this eyeshadow. And then I just do the exact same thing on the other eye. And there we go. That's pretty much all I do for eyeshadow. The next thing I do for my eyes is, I have two of these. These are Rimmel like little brow kits, and they come in with kind of like the more like waxy brow stuff and the powder, so you can like do your brows and then set them. But what I actually use these for, so I use number 3, because this is number 2 and this is number 3. I grab this and use it as kind of like an eyeliner, but not so much as like a proper full-on eyeliner. I'll show you what I mean in a second. I have this little Morphe brush set, which I absolutely love, and I use this brush from it, the angled brow and eyeliner brush. And what I do is, so as you can tell, it's very much loved. I grab a little bit of this. Don't know if you'll be able to see this. Let me zoom you in. Very, very up close and personal now. So I grab a little bit of that product in, and what I do is I basically just put it on the edges of my eyeline. And I just do the exact same thing for the other one as well. So now that I've done that, I also like to go in with some eyeliner as well, just like a pencil one. This is the Lancome Noir eyeliner. It looks a little bit like this, and I just like, okay, I'm gonna grab a mirror because I'm gonna poke my eyeball out. But I just go underneath the eyeliner, just put on my waterline, and on the other side as well. And that basically means, because I don't put any kind of like false eyelashes on, when I put my mascara on, it just makes it go like I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. There we go. And now we're just going to put some mascara on. Here we go, and the mascara which I use for that is the Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara, which everybody was raving on about on TikTok. So of course I had to go purchase it and see what it was all about. And then the last step would be doing my lips. I go in with either of two pencils at the moment. This is like just something I've currently been doing quite often, is I'm just doing lip pencil and like whatever is left of my Vaseline on my lips and just blending it in. Both of them are Rimmel, the Lasting Finish lip liners, and this one is in shade Nude, which is the more pinky one, or in shade Tsunami, which is the more browny one. I'm going to go in with the Tsunami one today, which is number 725, and I like to overline my lips a little bit. And basically what I do, and there we go, and that's my lips done. I basically just blend it in with my finger, kind of like the lip liner and Vaseline, and then it creates a nice lipstick. So I'm just going to take these off and show you the final result. So yeah, this is my everyday makeup. So that's all I have for you for today. This is my kind of everyday makeup, which I do. Takes me about 10 to 15 minutes and I run out the door. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe, as it helps out my channel massively, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Bye!